All right, who would like to recap us off of a pretty hectic session 2 weeks ago? There's a D4 at
I
stake in a
have
pivotal boss fight here.
I have exactly one line of notes written, uh, which is unlike me, but well, maybe it's not. It tends to happen when it's a high like
Combat.
combat, so
Yeah.
like RP. So the line that I wrote is the first thing that happened, which is Felix flies out of the spike pit using his powers to conjure a potion, which is what happened.
That is exactly what happened at one point. That is correct.
And following that, some statues continued to attack us. They could kind of like form up in any of the locations on the map that we could see. And there's this kind of trap arcane barrier that we had to make our way through. Everyone made it pretty well after we kind of dispatched a gargoyle, except for Therathari, who triggered a wall of flame chasing them down the corridor. And I think Therathari was also the one to get the most damage, which is reflected in everyone's life totals at the moment. We enter this room that it's like the base level of the cathedral. Channing reveals himself as a dragonborn. Is that right?
That's correct.
He's sacrificing someone on the altar. There's like these gem crystal things like providing power supposedly to the ritual, and a hole in the wall akin to Stranger Things.
Yep. Okay.
That was high level.
That's good. Yeah. I guess the only things worth mentioning, and if I cough intermittently, I'll mute, but I'm still recovering here. But anyway, so there is a ritual going on that is trying to, contact some extraplanar entity. You guys, I think, should have a name.
Tharizdun.
Yep. Well, Tharizdun is the deity, but there is a champion, I think, that was described to you.
Yep.
Should have been.
The weird fish thing, I think.
Yep, Golgoroth. Good job. Okay. You are all operating on breath here because the air is toxic. And for the breath counts, we have Felix at 3 minutes, Jara at 1.5, and Therathari at 3. Iris, we decided, has no need to worry. For
Iris
she
doesn't breathe.
does not breathe. She does not respirate. So that's the breath total. The ruling there, to remind everybody, is every time you get hit, if you fail a con save, which is proportional to the damage dealt to you, you lose 30 seconds. Every time you open your mouth for a spell, you lose 30 seconds. We're just rounding it at 30 seconds, just to be, keep it from being too number intensive. All right. With that, yep.
I have one more question about our situation.
Sure.
What's preventing us from breathing is not a lack of air in the room, right? It's just kind of like a putrid stench.
Yes. I think Jara was the first one in here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And immediately entering, you could just, it's like one of those things when you tell, like, this will damage me if I breathe this in.
Yeah. Okay.
I might do it.
All right. I will also add, the guy on the table is not dead. I think there was some debate last round, or last time we played. He's not dead. Probably for the purpose of this ritual. You are being attacked by a reanimated stone statue, which seems to be a theme. That does not have human skin underneath. And Channing is behind a wall of force in the middle of conducting this entire ritual. There are, I said 6 rounds it would take, or 5 rounds it would take. You are just starting round 4. 3 rounds have transpired.
I want to add one last thing. There are tentacles on the walls.
Yes.
Oh yeah, the wall is a flesh monster.
Yeah. They will grab you. Okay. There's nothing else. Turn the music up slightly here. And we can begin our combat. So the top of the round, it is Iris.
All right. So do I have any indication of how relatively healthy this reanimated statue is?
Sure. Make an intelligence check.
Okay, just straight intelligence?
Yes.
14.
It's beginning to show a little bit of cracks. However, it's tough to determine the overall constitution of this construct. This
Okay.
reanimated-
So Iris wants to keep punching this thing, but even with all of the armor and her shield, she is starting to feel some level of exhaustion, distress, what have you, for some automaton. So her action is just going to be the dodge action. So she's just sort of going to continue to anchor her boots into the ground. She'll put her shield up and just sort of reinforce it with her other hand. And she's going to look around at everyone. I don't think this is going particularly well. And she's just going to wait and try and keep this thing's attention.
Okay.
So
I will add, you managed to literally basically fend off 3 charge attacks from a
I
beast
did.
much larger than you.
I did.
Not much larger, but larger and in weight for sure.
At the very least, it has disadvantage to try and attack anyone else except her, and now that she is dodging, it has disadvantage to hit
Yep.
her too.
Exactly. All
So
right.
That's gonna be her turn. I've got nothing else left.
Okay. It is Channing's turn, who will spend his turn on the ritual. You watch as he raises his arms, and the orbs, these gems rather, glowing red gems, glow brighter. My cat has entered the mix here. Give me one sec.
Oh my gosh.
She is the devil.
So cute.
Yes. She'll probably jump on. She's learned how to jump, and
Oh,
jump she does. Let me tell you,
chaos.
nothing is safe. Okay, so yeah, so he raises his arms, chanting in. I think nobody speaks this language we determined last round or last session. And the gems glow brighter. Therathari, since you are in proximity, I need you to make a con save.
Not like this.
No, not like this.
Off the desk. Hold on.
That's a reroll right there.
Yeah, sure thing. Well, at least he did well on the reroll. It is
You guys see her?
19.
See my cat.
All right.
See her? This
Yes.
is what I mean. Agent of destruction. Anyway,
Chaos.
19.
Oh my goodness, that is chaos.
Yeah. 19 is enough. That's why I put that chair back there, by the way. Because she would go from that to on my head. So that's moved. All right. Yeah, 19, you pass. You feel the energy come out as tendrils almost of dark red energy, and they pierce your armor and into your being. Your natural constitution is able to weather the storm. You take no damage in this case. However, make me an Arcana check.
11.
The brief interaction this had with your being, you know that it's aiming to siphon your life essence, as though that is what is literally powering this ritual. Channing will continue his ritual. This is now 4 rounds. It's always from his turn. So you were technically in 3 when Iris went. Now you are entering 4. And for his lair action, he will extend the reach of the tendrils. So every square around is now 10 feet. If you are within 10 feet of the wall, you can be grappled by
Oh yikes.
tendrils.
Oh, great.
You watch as the wall swells with energy and life essence and wraps
Gross.
itself further out from the wall.
It's gonna be a yikes for me, dog.
Okay.
Yep.
Iris, you notice for a brief second the glowing eyes of the statue in front of you shimmer and flicker as though momentarily going dark. Almost like when the lights or like a power surge is happening and the lights dim, if that makes sense. Okay.
Huh.
That is Channing's turn. Therathari, you are up.
Therathari is gonna move away from the walls, assuming they haven't tried to grapple him yet.
The walls will attempt to grapple you. You are within 10 feet. Are you? You are not.
Okay, whatever
That's
you say.
15.
Yeah, because the alcove there is 10. It doesn't go diagonal.
Well, what about this whatever
You're
this
not-
is poking
Like it
out?
comes straight out though.
It would be 5,
Oh,
yeah, 5, 10, 15.
I see.
So
Alright,
this is
alright.
what we're dealing with here. That's where the
Okay.
new walls begin. So you're on a corner, so you're lucky.
All right.
For now.
And does Chenny have like a barrier around him? Is that this purple line?
You actually
wall.
technically can't see that, but actually the only way you can see it is because it's blackened scorch marks from when somebody threw a grease ball in there and then lit it on fire.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, did the pillars count
No, the pillars don't.
as well? All right.
Just the walls.
Pillars
Could you
are safe.
imagine? It's like big floors lava situation at the pillars.
It's very floors lava.
Wall is lava.
Okay, we're coming back over here. Maybe not that close to the giant statue. Maybe something like that. And we're gonna cast. Well aware that it causes me to lose some breath.
Sure. If it's
Cure
verbal.
wounds
Okay, on the guy or yourself or who?
on myself. Yeah.
Okay. So you're down to 2.5 minutes.
Okay, and gonna need some good luck on this one. That's a good start. 8
Good luck.
plus
Nice.
2 plus. Actually, wait. It's only 2d8. Yeah, so 14. Alright. Could have been worse.
That's good.
Yeah. Take it. And that's my turn.
All right. As you heal yourself, you notice that the chains, barbed wire that kind of wrap around this poor soul on this altar, they writhe and almost move away from your holy energy, as though they are completely and utterly disgusted, repulsed by your radiance.
That is good to note.
Okay. Felix. It's your
All
turn.
right. Felix is going to move up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm trying to see where.
Yeah, so
this-
this would be 5 right here.
Okay. Yeah. And he's gonna. Alfredo is gonna also move.
Get a little brighter.
Trying to figure out what I want Alfredo to do.
Be there and look cute.
Oh. He'll just move up behind me. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he'll face this statue. He has 20 feet of movement.
Yep.
And Felix would like to, as his action, shoot the red crystal.
All right, go ahead with your gun, yeah, I assume.
Yep.
Sure.
Oh, forgot to take all this stuff out for rolling. 1 second. All right. It is a pretty good. It is a 17 to hit,
That will definitely hit.
and we are dealing. Ooh, 12 damage.
Let's go.
Okay. I need you to roll me a d12.
Fun. 4.
Okay. All right. You're shooting the left one, correct? Just so I make sure. This one over here, the left crystal.
Yeah, over there.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that was the right one. All right, so you watch as the bullet flies and impales itself directly into this gem. You struck at its center, and you see the gem flicker as though the light or magical energy is somehow being interrupted. And with a 4, you watch as the statue, the eyes shift from a green color, which you've seen so often now, to a dark blue. As its eyes shift to this blue, its gaze leaves Iris and instead focuses solely on the crystal.
Oh. Okay. All right.
Okay. I think I'm good. That is
Okay.
That is my turn. Actually, wait. I moved. One. Oh yeah, I moved my full movement. No,
You moved
No,
5 squares.
I forgot. I have an insane movement. I'll hide back. There.
Okay. You can't technically hide, but
Yeah. No. Yeah. I just mean I'll move there
got it. Okay.
in case the crystal starts firing back at me.
Makes sense. Yeah, no one is in
Makes
range
total
there,
sense.
so no one got hit. All right, so now it is the statue's turn. Jara, you are last here. The statue will move through you.
Oh.
Like, it's just extra movement.
Steps over me.
So that's 5. That's 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And it's got its shield and its great sword drawn and is heading straight for the red crystal.
Oh no.
You watch as Channing gives a turn of the head. This is me simulating that because I can't turn his head. He's still facing the wall. You see the cracks visible. This blue-purple light faintly glowing through these cracks as he averts his gaze to watch the statue run. There is an audible shout coming from Channing as the statue will use the rest of its movement.
Can I insight him to see if that's like a good or a bad reaction from him?
You can. I'll allow it on your turn, so not yet. Oh,
Okay.
disconnected.
Well,
Did you guys get disconnected?
Uh-oh, what time is it?
I'm still here. It's
7:10.
7:10.
Yeah, I'm
that's-
chilling.
Really?
It's a little early.
Yeah, I'm still here.
My cat.
Nope. I
Oh, there it
got
goes.
disconnected.
Yeah.
There it is.
But maybe because you got disconnected, I don't know.
Probably.
Like it could just be that
I think
Like, since it was
TTS
your
is
game.
down. Hold on.
Is it?
the whole thing.
Yeah, I can't create a server.
Oh.
Let me see. Man, it's funny because at work we were talking about availability. TTS availability is well below the 5.9s. Let's see. All right, I think I can create one now. Yeah. Well, I don't know how far back it'll be, but we'll make do. I think.
Yeah, that's
Try.
okay.
You'll find out.
Just a couple of move actions, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
God, this cat. Okay, honey. All right, I'll invite you guys back. Hopefully you can join. Should have got the invites. We are a few moves back, but that shouldn't be a big deal.
I don't think I got an invite.
No?
Yeah, I haven't gotten one yet either.
I
Nope.
sent it again.
I got the message saying I've been invited by JSmooth, but
I don't even think I got the message.
I got the message on TTS, but not on Steam, which is the
Let me
important one.
see. I'll invite you.
Let me just try to quit and come back.
Yeah, see if that helps if you like leave and come back in.
I'll
Yeah, I'm gonna try that too.
I like that. Let me try.
It wouldn't be a session without TTS drama.
Mm-hmm.
It's what it is.
Par for the course.
Okay, try inviting me again.
Okay, I sent him again.
Check Steam overlay.
Yeah, it said to check Steam overlay.
All right, let me leave the game and come back. All right. You know, you should actually. Oh. Okay. You should actually be able to now join off of me. If you.
Oh, I think I can just if you click join, you can just join the Caldron campaign.
Yeah, I think I
yeah.
just changed that private setting. So
Yeah, if
now
you
it's
make
on.
it friends only.
Yeah.
It should show up.
I'm relaunching one more time because even that wasn't working. Oh boy.
If it comes down to it, I'll just share my screen.
Always tech.
Unable
I'm in.
to sync.
I got failed to connect and then failed. It's a very informative. Error
That's like
message.
that's like in
Perfect.
Windows, like task failed successfully. It's like,
Yeah.
is it an error or not? How do I treat this?
The amount of times I've had to debug an error that just says error executing unknown. What do you mean unknown?
Yeah, dude. The worst is if you like have Java and you just get a humongous stack trace of like 63 objects deep.
Oh, I'm so good at reading those.
There we go.
I'm sure. I have to get good. It's part of my job now.
I'm back in.
It says it failed to connect with you, Tony. Let me ask
Yeah.
that again.
I'm trying to just
joined off
join.
of you, yeah.
Yeah.
I just joined.
Interesting.
Oh, I finally got the Steam overlay thing right when I actually got into the game.
All right, well, we're good. So if you guys could remember where you were and move, I'll move the statue. I don't remember where you all were.
I didn't
It
move.
was like there, and Felix was like there.
You
And
were
there.
you were 2 over.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
I moved here. I retreated here after. Remember?
Oh, all right. That must have been when the error connection happened because that didn't show up on my screen.
All right.
Oh yeah,
let me-
now I got the invitation as well.
Yeah, you might get spammed now.
Yeah, I'm gonna get like 7.
All right. So you asked to roll an insight. The statue is completely done with its turn. There was a reaction from Channing. By the way, I hope you guys know that's not his real name, but we're gonna call him Channing because he hasn't
Right.
said
We
his
have no
real
other
name.
name to.
Definitely not
Call him
Channing.
Definitely not Channing. Okay. It is now your turn, Jara, as this behemoth statue came barreling by your space, completely ignoring your existence.
Yeah, I wanted to insight his
Sure.
reaction. 13.
All right. You're inciting. You're doing Arcana or what?
I wanted to insight his reaction. Like you said, he made like an audible noise. I want to see like, is this a good thing that the golem's doing, or is it bad?
Oh,
Like,
Channing's reaction, or you're inciting
Yeah.
the golem? Oh,
No, I'm inciting Channing.
okay, yeah. So inciting Channing, he does not look happy.
Okay.
He looks displeased.
All right, that's fine then.
It is your turn.
I am going to take the 30-second hit and Ray of Frost the other crystal.
Okay, so you are down to 1 minute.
Yep.
All right, the one that the statue is not at, you're going to Ray
Yep.
of Frost.
That is not great. An 11.
That will just hit.
Oh, thank God. All right. And then
It is
that
immovable.
going-
Or not immovable. It is immobile.
that is going to be-
It is
That
immobile.
is 9 points of cold damage.
Okay. Not quite on the table yet, my friend, but close. You have movement and a bonus action.
Ooh, I have an idea. I want to see. I would like to try to telekinetic shove Channing into his
Oh.
wall of force.
Ooh.
You can technically do that because it's an AoE kind of thing.
And it's telekinetically shove, and it's a creature I see within 30 feet.
Correct,
So he needs
yeah.
to make a strength saving throw.
Yeah, that is not his forte.
Oh, this is creative. I like this.
Natural 1.
Let's
Nice.
go.
So if he is he 5 feet from the back wall or like a side wall?
Oh, we just have a wall of force around him though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll hit the wall. He'll hit the
I
back
want to
wall.
push him into one of the walls.
Sure.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought you meant like tentacle walls.
No, well, I can't get him that close. I'm just trying to like, I don't know if this is gonna do anything, but
Hey, it's gonna rattle him.
That's an idea.
if anything, that's what annoy him. Just push him around this cube.
Okay, yeah, that will hit definitely. All right, so roll me a d6 for bludgeoning damage, and he'll
Oh,
have to make a
nice.
save for his Constitution.
4.
Okay, 4 to bludgeoning.
I love the
And-
idea that like
All right.
2 explosions didn't do it, but like this
But
shove
I'm being
is definitely-
shoved.
All right, this is a con check here. He does have advantage because he is a warcaster.
Nope, he doesn't. I'm using my restore balance as a reaction. When a creature you can see within 60 feet of you is going to roll a d20 with advantage or disadvantage, I can make them not.
Aha.
So it's going to be a straight roll.
Fuck him up. Fuck him up.
Natural 2.
Let's go.
Hey,
A 1 and a 2. First 2 rolls.
and with that, he falls prone.
He's not prone, but he is not concentrating, so the wall of force is gone.
Oh shit.
Ooh,
Oh,
no
the wall of
way.
force is gone.
So again, 2 explosions were fine.
That's wild.
I shouldn't have said he's rolling with advantage.
Well, I guess. Well, it counts for enemies too. So I guess I don't know.
No,
We'd have to see, yeah.
Felix repositions.
Oh shit.
All right. Channing is very upset. I mean, this is like perfect the climax because the next round is the
Would have completed the damn thing.
it's the ritual. So this is coming to a climactic point in this battle here. You watch as the shield of black smoke that was shrouding a lot of Channing has disintegrated. It is completely gone as he looks at you, kind of rubbing the back of his head in mid-chant. A look of pure anger takes, and you haven't seen Dragonborn before. This is a foreign creature to you, but this look transcends species, Daniel. He is pissed. However, that is a phenomenal turn. You still have movement.
Yeah, I don't feel the need to move.
All right, you're gonna
I guess
stare him
actually-
down.
I'm gonna move just to the side to give Felix a better angle on him.
Yeah, you don't want the back of your head clipped.
Yeah.
All right, Iris.
Okay, let's see. So after bracing herself for impact and watching the statue just completely ignore her to go hit the crystal. Oh god, I'm spinning.
What happened?
My rotations were set to 90. So
You were going off.
I think what she'll do here is she'll go 5, 10, 15. I think this is the square?
Yep, that's the square.
Yeah, it's just a little weird-ish to see. 25, 30. She'll start getting closer to
Excuse me.
Channing here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't know if we're in...
That's
T-
within
how-
5 feet.
Is that
Yes.
5 feet?
We play that as melee range, correct?
Yeah, you're
Okay.
diagonal 5 feet from him.
Okay. Okay. Iris is going to walk up to Channing, or just sort of start marching her way too. Hi, I can touch you now. And she's going to spin, just start, like, put her arms out, basically T-pose, and as she spins her arms around, I'm going to cast Sword Burst. I need a dexterity saving throw.
Is this a spell?
Oh, snap.
This is a cantrip.
He will counterspell.
Oh, she's gonna counterspell a cantrip? Okay,
I'll take that.
we'll burn it. We'll burn it. Let's
He
go.
He does not want to be hit. He says an arcane. Again, this is a language none of you speak, but from the effect of his hands and the verbal component of this, you recognize this is a counterspell.
Okay, yeah. So the magic stops and her torso comes back to normal. Wow, that's almost kind of sad. And that's going to be her turn because I have no bonus actions.
Okay.
We burned a counterspell. I will take that.
He wants to get this portal open. It is his turn. He will spend his action summoning Golgara. So, for those of you...
It backs to his turn, right? That's when it.
I was just going to say, this is the 5th round. The termination of the 5th round is when it gets back to him. So you will need to try and disrupt.
Interrupt is
Correct.
okay.
All right, you watch as he raises his arms. And for this penultimate moment before this portal opens, the gems glow red. Violently red. I need everyone to make Constitution saving throws.
Okay.
Oh, that is
That's
great.
not
Good
great.
roll.
Excuse me. All right, let's hear it.
17.
17,
20.
20. Iris.
And
10. What'd you get, Iris?
9.
All right. So 10
You
and
have
9.
inspiration, Tom, if you want to use it.
Yeah, you technically have a D2 here, Tom.
I'll do a D2. Why not?
Might save you.
How do you D2?
Roll a d4 and then divide it by 2.
What happens if I roll a 3?
Then it's a 2.
Re-roll it.
Yeah, just a 1 and 2 is a 1, and a 3 and a 4.
There's like
Oh,
odds,
yeah.
odds or evens 1 and 2.
Fair enough. It's a 1.
Okay,
All right.
so it's +1.
11.
So you fail. All right, so 11 and 9 are the only failures. I got
That's
a 17 and 20, right? Those are the other two?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, you will take...
Okay. Oh boy.
Oh yeah, it's the two people who needed the save failed. Damn.
Yep.
11 points of... this is like blood magic damage. I don't know how we want to rule that. Necrotic, we'll call
Necrotic,
it?
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Necrotic.
Necrotic derivative.
You watch as the blood gets sucked from your nose and your mouth and open orifices.
I don't
of your
have
ears.
blood, do I?
Yours
Purple
is...
stuff.
It all
Purple.
just comes
Oh, yeah.
from that one hand. That one
Yeah.
hand you have.
It all comes from
Gosh.
your one...
Jesus.
your arm.
Yeesh.
And you watch as the blood funnels almost like, again, like tendrils and finds its way to the gems. You watch as the guy on the table, the chains around him tighten, cutting almost through his limbs as he lets out one final shriek before he passes. And the blood from the wounds inflicted seep into the chains and out into tendril-like streams into these gems. And they alight with violent energy and shatter. So you take that damage, and you watch as there's a dull shake, a gentle shake in the room. Just rocks are shifting. Nothing's falling, it's not violent yet. But you watch as the rift behind you begins to open, and bits of bright blue and purple energy and light start seeping out like in rays as the wall begins to crumple. There is now a timer, as my cat viciously attacked. There is a timer now at the start of his next turn. This ritual will be complete, and there are phases throughout this round
Oh
that
boy.
may be stopped or may not be, depending on the actions you take, so choose them wisely. But that is the scene before you. You feel your wounds inflicted from this chaotic energy, this blood magic, fester, as though still somehow feeding this ritual. But as described, the gems are rendered useless now. The guy before you is dead, and the wall is opening. There's an evil, twisted grin on the face of Channing.
Wait, you said the gems are like.
Yeah,
The gems are shattered.
they're shattered and no longer glowing.
Okay.
As Channing will say, technically out of turn, but for thematic, flavoring. Yes. Now you know why I've invited you all here, to use you for this ritual, to be the first to see him come. And he'll turn, extend his arm as more of the wall begins to shatter. All right. As his
So weird
lair...
question.
Wait,
Sure.
the ritual hasn't ended. Isn't complete
Yeah,
yet,
is
right?
like it's not
No.
totally finished yet, right?
Correct,
Is
but
he-
the,
so
the,
he's
the
still
summoning
concentrating
part...
on it, or
That remains to be seen. Who knows?
Okay.
He's no longer chanting. That's for
Okay.
sure. And
okay.
the wall is slowly becoming more and more crumpled, and the portal behind it more and more apparent. And that will probably change throughout the course of this encounter for what remains. So it's still technically reversible, probably, but he is no longer chanting actively. He gives a twisted grin. That is his action. However, he has a lair action. And he will... The chains around this now deceased figure writhe up and almost like snakes swirl around each other looking for victims. And they will attack Therathari, ensnarling you, Therathari. This will be
Uh-oh.
Do I have a reaction?
This is just an
Yes,
attack on you.
Okay, I'll do a warding flare then.
Okay, is that disadvantage?
Or
Or does it increase your DC?
It's disadvantage.
Good, because you rolled a nat 20, and then an 18.
That hits.
Okay. Well, it's not a nat 20, so you're good there. All right, you will take 9 piercing damage. Are you still on your feet?
I am not.
All right, you are then automatically, the chains wrap around you, grapple you, and pull you onto the altar.
Great.
You watch as Therathari's lifeless body is ensnarled in these horrific chains and basically pull him tight to the... you're on top of the body of the old individual, unfortunately, but attached to this altar. As Channing lets out a wicked laugh. All right. That's my laugh. That's my post-COVID laugh. That's what you're getting. All right, Therathari, you need to make a death save here.
Nat 20, no problem. Easy.
14. One tick away from 20.
All right. You have succeeded. Felix, your turn.
All right. So I'd like to. Would I be able to make an Arcana check as like a free action, or is that a?
No, that I allow like checks like that to happen. One of them typically along with your action.
Okay, so I'd like to make an Arcana check to see if harming Channing will help reverse this ritual based on my understanding of how it works magically.
Okay.
And then also, if not, what will?
All right. Make your Arcana check.
Okay. It is an 18.
Okay.
Nice.
An 18. From your knowledge of how these rituals kind of go, and the state of this ritual and its quirks, you recognize Channing is no longer actively a part of this ritual. What has been set in motion has been set in motion, and it will only take certain actions to see it undone. You said 18 or 13?
Yep.
18? With an 18, you realize that there's something intrinsic with this portal that if you concentrate perhaps enough damage or spell energy, you may be able to halt or completely, maybe not completely, but somehow reverse part of this ritual. The last thing I'll say is, just by nature of these portals opening, it requires a substantial amount of energy, and a lot of times that energy is irreversible at a certain point. There's a certain critical mass that's hit where what's going to happen will happen. And to your knowledge, you haven't hit that yet, but it's approaching.
And the source of energy would be the sacrifice on the altar or the crystals?
Since the crystals are no longer glowing and shattered, probably is Therathari now. The battery.
Okay. And I'm torn. All right. I will. All right, I'll run up to Therathari
Okay.
and
Oh, we have time.
would I be able to like try to rip him loose of the chains and possibly use my gun to shoot one of those chains at the same time?
You can certainly try. You know that there is no way around it. If you touch these things, you are taking damage.
If I touch
Yeah.
the chains?
If you go within melee range, which you will be trying to pull him out, there's no way around it. You'll be attacked. You won't necessarily take damage, but you will be attacked.
That's fine.
Yeah, and then absolutely you can try. Totally.
All right, so I'll fire my gun at one of the chains, and as it breaks,
Excuse me.
hopefully, rip Therathari.
Yeah. So depending on how much damage is done, I'll lower the DC of the contested strength check that you will end up having to make.
All right. It is a 14 to hit.
Absolutely.
Oh, uh-oh.
Tom, I'm ripping you from this altar.
Oh, okay.
And it is 10 total damage.
All right, you grab your gun, aim it steadily as you can, as you watch your friend's life drain from him into these chains, almost like a violent IV. As you aim and shoot, you watch as one of the chains shatter around the torso of your compatriot. And for the brief moment, you have a window to rip him potentially from these chains. Make an acrobatics or athletics check, contested here, with the strength of these chains.
I will do athletics, and I will use a charge of my breastplate to give me super gnome strength.
Did you have one left? Is this your
I
last
did.
one? Okay.
This is not. No, I have a bunch. I have 2 more left.
Okay. So, what did you roll?
I rolled a 13.
All right. You put your hand on your breastplate briefly, close your eyes, go enter your mind palace, thinking of the memories of Therathari you've shared, the company that you've kept. Both arms extend now as you holster your weapon, and in one action, in one movement, grab the torso of your ally. Your muscles bulging, your adrenaline pumping, your heart racing, and you rip him from the chains. You take, as a result, 9 points of piercing damage as the chains writhe out and attempt to attack you. But you have pulled your ally from literally the grips of death as he's lifeless in your arms. What do you do?
Okay.
Your movement is now doubled, essentially, your penalty.
Yes, yeah. I will pull him. So I moved 10 feet. And I
Every
have 40
square.
left.
Yep.
So
you're in the middle of 2 squares there.
Oh, I am?
Yep.
I
This
don't know.
is a square, and this...
Okay,
yeah.
so yeah. So I'll,
Jared, can we get like a little light bulb?
I'll raise the lighting a little bit here.
Okay, yeah, that'll do. That's there
amazing.
we go. That's beautiful.
so
Sacrifice
I will
a little
actually,
ambiance for... Yeah, go on.
I was on this square as well. So I'll drag Tom 5 or 10 back,
Sure.
20 back. Well, no, I guess hold on. So I was on the same square as him. So I'll move 5 back, and then I'll drag him back. So I'm at 25 now. 35, and then like 40, and then 50, and I'll drag him diagonally there. Does that work?
Yeah, that's completely fine.
Okay, cool. And then I'll say to Jara, I'll try to stabilize Therathari. You deal as much damage to the portal as you can. And that's it. That's my turn.
Okay. You successfully ripped your ally from the grips of death. As you watch his lifeless body on the pavement here, the tile, the shaking of the room is beginning to pick up slightly as more of the wall is starting to fall off and chunks of this blue-purple energy is shining through. For those of you that have a natural passive perception above 12, you notice...
What about at 12?
12 and above, meets it beats.
I do not meet.
You can faintly see on the other side these tendrils start to enter the space just beyond the portal on the other side, and it's shrouded in this purple sort of facade. But you see this just through shadow, these tendrils start to whip, and these glowing green eyes, large, the size of watermelons, begin to unveil themselves as the wall begins to crumble more and more as time progresses. Okay, that is Felix's turn. The statue will go. The statue will turn. And I will roll for this. Okay, the statue will charge at the altar. And with one huge sweep of its greatsword with one hand, will come down hard in the dead center of it, attempting to break it.
Oh,
The
it seems
altar?
good for us.
The altar.
I stand the statue.
Okay.
17, that will hit.
Blue eye statue. It's a good statue.
That is 18 bludgeoning damage.
Damn.
As the statue swings its greatsword down on the altar, you hear an audible as wood breaks, you see now a huge dent in the top of the altar. The chains writhing around the statue. It will get an attack of opportunity because it didn't use it. Natural 1. It misses. The statue is able to just absorb the penetrating or piercing, attack. You see his eyes are blue, and all of you that are conscious, so everyone but Therathari, and I guess Iris because you're not looking.
Yeah.
You notice on the shield there is a platinum dragon, let's call it. From your... Actually, I'll give this as a lore drop. If you all would like to roll religion checks here.
So I know who that is. Iris, let's see if you can figure it
Yeah,
out.
same. Jar with a 6. I don't think knows who.
Religion? 23.
8
Okay.
for me.
All right, so just Iris. I guess you are looking. Why not? I think
Well, I
you
would have heard the giant. I would have
Yes,
heard the giant
yeah.
break at the altar.
Absolutely. This is Bahamut, and you know, among many things, there is not a very, let's call it, there's a rivalry relationship in a lot of ways between Bahamut and some of the other deities of chaos. One of them is Tharistan. And particularly, you know that this is a knight, a statue of a knight of Bahamut. And the fact that it's attacking sources of dark, demonic energy, of energy that Tharistan thrives on, is probably a sign that it is on the side of good. Something has changed.
Okay.
Sorry, what was on? What?
It's
sigil
Bahamut.
do we recognize?
It's a platinum dragon.
The Platinum Dragon Bahamut. Yep. Oh boy.
Okay, so you know that this was probably some kind of protector of this church. Probably was a church to Bahamut. And is now on the side of good for the moment. You do see points in time in which its eyes shift from blue to green. Not sure what could be causing it. But yes, that will be the statue's turn. Jara.
Oh,
it
that
is your
disadvantage is gone now, by the way.
turn. Okay.
When it hit the altar, did I see anything happen to the portal?
Make a perception check.
Nice, that's pretty good. That is a 16.
A 16. You notice that the face of Channing for first of all is that of shifted from hubris potentially to that of intense hatred as he recognizes what this statue has become, as well as you watch the portal for but a moment. Some of the cracks begin to recede slightly.
Okay. All right. Can I bonus action push Channing again?
Absolutely, yeah, totally.
There's another
Push me into
strength
the portal.
plan. Yeah,
Strength
I'm gonna try.
Right. 12.
12. I think that fails. I think it's 16.
Yeah, it's your spell save DC, I think.
16. Yeah. Cool.
Okay, he fails.
So 5 feet back.
He is on the step.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
that's not
all
a
over.
flat surface, huh?
I will make a deck save because it is not a flat surface. I don't know if I can put him on there without him falling. He doesn't have a base. He's on the step.
That's fine.
Dex. Yeah, that's a 17. He's okay.
Yeah.
He doesn't fall. However, you watch as his grimace shifts to you, Jara. Again, locking eyes. You see the red pupils. They constrict as his intense focus fixes on you. And almost as though he's trying to fight it, he kind of gets into like a low stance, staggered feet, and you hear talons scraping on tile as he's forced back 5 feet. He gives a half snarl as though you're a worthy adversary, Jara. And
I hope he doesn't have a counterspell left. I'm gonna use my last 3rd level spell, and I'm gonna upcast Ice Knife, and I'm gonna throw it at the altar.
okay. I like this moment because there's a moment, like I mentioned, Channing looked into your eyes as though you were a worthy adversary, and kind of, I would argue, maybe wants to see what you're made of. And I said that before you said you were going to do that spell. So I will do an old-fashioned rollies.
Yeah, well, I wanted to get him off balance with the push to disguise the fact that I was going to use a spell. That's why I did it first.
We can factor that in too, but I want to do an old-fashioned rollies, D20 versus D20, no bonus. If you win, no counterspell.
Come on.
And you know what? This is worthy. I'm going to get my Tower of Doom here.
You know what, Jared? I will use my also the birthday gift you guys got me. I will use my tower.
All right, tower versus tower. May the best tower win.
You go first. I want to know what I got to beat.
Yeah, we got to see what we got to beat.
All right. An 8.
An 8. Okay. All right. Odds are
Pressure's
good.
on. Pressure's
Odds
on.
are good. All right. It's on the tower. It's not me anymore. Don't worry, boys. I got a 16.
All right.
Let's go.
There's a moment when he recognizes. Is this a verbal spell as well?
Nope. It is somatic material.
Okay. You notice for a moment there's a recognition you are about to cast a spell, and as you lock eyes, you know even this foreign species to you looks at you, and there's a moment of admiration, of respect, a mutual respect between two enemies across a battlefield worthy of such an important moment. And he lets the spell proceed. You almost expect as you're casting for it to be canceled, but it does not. And your ice knife goes through.
I gotta roll to see if I hit. Well, I got a nat 1, so.
Oh no.
That's okay. That just means it still explodes and it takes other damage, but I just missed 1d10 damage.
Okay. So your
still, the initial knife, it falls short because I'm expecting it to be counterspelled, so I kind of hold up a little bit, so it falls short in front of it, but it still explodes and it does 4d6
Yes.
damage. So, okay.
There's a moment where you expect it to fail and unfortunately misses, but does he need to make any sort of save for this, or is it just damage?
It's dexterity, but considering it's at the altar, so.
Oh, at the altar. I thought you were going
the portal.
Yeah.
Well,
which?
I was going for the altar because
Yeah,
the
it's the altar.
knight hit it and it caused it to recede.
True.
So I was
Okay.
all right, damaging the altar does it.
Go ahead.
Oh, that is beautiful. I got double 12s or double 6s on one of the rolls. So that's 12 plus 5, 17 damage to the altar.
All right.
Not bad.
This ice knife misses. It lands just short, but its shrapnel extends out, piercing the wood of the altar. And you watch as it shatters into it, parts of the altar, now kind of collapsed in on itself, start to freeze. And you watch as some of the tendril-like chains begin to freeze and crack under this intense frost energy. There is a look in Channing's eyes, a narrowing of the eyes as they look into yours, and for what you can maybe pick up is a slight nod, like a Will that end your turn?
Yeah. Did anything happen to the portal?
All right. Roll me a d12.
12. Oh boy. Oh boy. Something good, please. I got a 10. I don't know if that's good, but it's high.
Okay. A 10. The cracks in the wall begin to recede. Not fully. However, the portal is shrinking. Definitely. You watch as Channing looks back, having seen the damage to the altar, confirming your initial hypothesis that this altar is in some way still impacting this ritual. As you turn to look at the portal, or as Channing turns to look back at the portal, the altar begins to shatter as wood begins to age rapidly and splinter and dry out. It's not completely destroyed, but the structural integrity of this altar is dramatically decreased, and parts of it have collapsed. You can see the chains are becoming less animated and more lifeless, like normal barbed chains would be. The statue eyes begin to turn an orange color
Fuck's orange.
as Channing looks back at you. An expression of worry takes his dragon face. All right, Iris.
Oh God.
You are in the penultimate round here. The ritual has been extended slightly, maybe, but it is not halted yet.
Okay. So I know, at least from seeing, that dealing damage to the altar affects the portal.
Correct.
There's also the barbed chain that is on the altar. Is it still animated? Like, will
It's operating at about 25% of what it was.
Okay, so if I were to get in melee range, it would still probably try to take a swipe at me.
Yes, at a penalty not only to damage, but to also attack.
Okay. Iris has 1 HP, so any hit takes her down.
Dice roll, baby.
If it hits.
Here's the second thing. When Felix was talking about damaging the portal, would that have been loud enough for Iris to hear it?
I would have yelled it, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, if you actually spoke, Felix, you lost
right.
30 seconds.
Oh, yes!
I
Shit.
lost 30 seconds. I wasn't even thinking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the breath,
2.5
yeah, okay.
minutes now. Oh, actually, you have less because a round passed. So each of you are down half. Not half. I think we called it half. I don't know. Well, I'll leave it as 2. Jara still has 1, and Therathari still has 2.
Okay.
Well, Therathari went unconscious. So
Oh, correct. Yeah, so he's done for now. Anyway.
So, I've never really thought about how much the level of self-preservation that Iris has until now.
Huh? These moments
think-
usually...
I think what she's going to do, because she is pretty beat the hell up. Everything inside of what she's seeing is just like warning signs of imminent shutdown. Between the beating of the altar and the shield of Bahamut that's on this Imperial statue, Iris is just going to basically mock a deep breath. Okay, I think this will work. I'm going to go 5...
He's on the stair, by the way.
Okay. 10, 15. I want to get into a range where both the portal and Channing are within 5 feet of me.
Yep, that's the square to do it.
I have no idea if this is going to work. I'm going to cast Word of Radiance, so I need the portal and Channing to make a con save.
So the portal will not, but the creature behind it will.
Oh, what the fuck?
I alluded there was a creature.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it. She was anticipating hitting the portal, so we'll see what happens there.
He will actually cast a spell or a counter spell.
Son of a bitch.
Not worthy.
That's the last one. All right, yeah. I don't have anything else. That's the last of this simulated radiance. Oh. Well, that's disappointing. Iris is just going to stare up at the portal and wonder what the hell's going to come out.
Okay. Iris is done. Channing's turn. Because there's been damage, the ritual is actually not yet complete. However, it is very close to completion. You watch as the cracks in the wall are starting to fight their way back, ever so slightly. Channing will take a step back. You get an attack of opportunity here, Iris.
Oh,
technically.
absolutely. I'm going to crank this motherfucker with a lightning gauntlet.
Go ahead.
I'm going to at least try. Oh, no, that's not Iris's weakest shit right now. That's a 10.
10 will miss. He dodges almost as a... He dodges in the most disrespectful way you could imagine. Let's just say that.
He does
He's
the,
very,
you can't-
very,
you can't
very
see
crucial.
me.
Hit me with the John Cena.
Yeah.
Iris is 1 HP, trying desperately to try and at least get a swing out.
He says... Well, he's going to take a step out. Okay. He'll say to you, Iris, "You're not worth my time. He'll deal with you." He'll take a step forward, face to face with Jara.
Gets attacked by the chiefs.
They don't attack him.
I think the Canes like him.
A man can hope.
They actually they pet him.
Yeah, they give him a high five. They pound it.
Yeah.
You know?
All right, he will cast. He'll say, "I want you to have front row seats. As your friends' lives are forfeit, this plane becomes forfeit, and I, Thardox the Great,
Ducks.
will be the ruler of the ash and flame that will take the material plane. I, the champion of Tharsden, the savior of the material plane, the sacred flame himself, take over." And he will cast Hold Person on you. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, Jara.
Oh, jeez. All right. Don't worry. -1 on my wisdom saving throws.
You have to beat a 16.
I don't think.
No, meet or beat. So 16 or higher.
Yeah, I'm just one.
Well, did you take the blessing of...
Oh, I did.
Okay, so
Take
this
the-
is a
the
charm,
blessing.
technically. So you have advantage.
Okay, I have advantage. That's good. Do I have? Ooh, hold on. I also. Oh, I think I already have it. I think I have double advantage, which doesn't matter. I have that necklace. Which would this do?
You know
Yeah,
it's,
it's
dire
it's already-
straits when we start
already
looking through
just
the
advantage.
inventory.
Yeah. Well, because I thought I had something for things like that. It just gives me advantage to being charmed.
All right,
with everything,
16
so
or
it
higher.
doesn't matter.
You Tower of Dooming it or no?
Oh, your boy doesn't need to. I just got a nat 20 on the first roll.
Oh! Humor me. Roll the second one. Just humor me.
Oh, 18. I'm good either way. Woo!
Man.
Oh.
There is a moment where you feel your muscles lock up as the words bestowed upon you, the words shouted at you in confidence and malice pierce your ears. Your body begins to stiffen and lock. But you, Jara, traveled so far, so much yet to uncover, so much to do. Refuse to be held. There is a look of disgust with you and respect once again as he will leap onto the altar, stare down at you, Jara, and say, "What is done is done. Whether in this life or the next, you, all of you, will suffer." And he'll end his turn. Therathari, death save.
Funny.
Nat 20.
Natural? Oh
Nah,
shit!
living.
Wow, you are at 1 HP.
We living.
Therathari. This
I
is
think
this
it's
is
his
good.
turn, right?
Yeah, hold on. Therathari.
Well, so what do I do here? I go to 3 successes on the.
No, you're back
The
with
character
1
sheet.
HP. So you will have your
Let's
turn.
see.
However, this is a very
This is insane.
Yeah, you're back at 1 HP now.
yeah, you have a turn.
Okay, there we go.
These rounds.
All right.
are
However,
nuts.
this is I think this is a really awesome thematic moment, and if I may have the blessing of the rest of the group, I think this would be a cool moment for Therathari. If you have but a moment
No objections.
of
Hit
your
us
time.
with it.
Let me pause this kind of music and give me a moment to bring up another kind of music. Let's see. This is the... As my cat rudely interrupts. All right, let's see if this music will play. Do you guys hear anything? No, right? What a horrible time for music to not play. Oh, I think I have to.
You know, guess who's gonna get pushed off the fucking altar next?
All right. Therathari. Unconscious in your last moments, pain writhing in your body. Your eyes go shut. A sense of relief fills your body as pain no longer inflicts you. You are transported to a white expanse. Pure white from horizon, the sky, the ground beneath you. It's tranquil. It's peaceful. Soon the white turns from colorless and formless to a beautiful, serene landscape. A mountain view, a valley below, birds in the sky, warm weather on your skin. You're home. And happiness. And for the first time in a long time, a sense of belonging. You look over, you see your parents, you see your quaint home, back garden. You hear distant children playing. It's almost as though it's a memory that you've been thrusted into, one that you've tried to remember, but in time have forgotten. You hear a voice in your mind that is unfamiliar but familiar, as though a friend long forgotten. My child, your time is too short. Your mission incomplete. Do what I have always believed in you. Your friends, they need you. The material plane needs you. See this through, and the rewards will be plentiful. And the tranquility of this environment, the wholeness that you feel, begins to give way as you remember a distant memory, the face of Felix, laughing, getting drunk together. And Jara always knows in his books, talking about something he read long ago, boring you to death. And Iris, the childlike wonder in Iris, something that you admire, pulls you back as the serene, calm environment around you gives way, and you are thrust back into a chaotic and violent
Back into hell.
Welcome back to hell.
environment. Heavy breathing around you. You see and hear this visceral scene, this portal opening, chanting on an altar that has been destroyed and aged 50 years in the future. Felix looking down at you, worry in his eyes, but a moment of recognition that you are okay. You are okay. And we will pick up with your turn at 1 HP as I cue
1
the next
HP.
music.
Okay, so Therathari opens his eyes, tries to survey the scene.
Okay.
And what does he see?
You see a portal half closed, but slowly opening. A defeated-looking Iris as she looks back at Channing, who proudly stands tall on this broken altar, seemingly unafraid of the consequences, a proud smile on his face as though the deed has already been done. Your ally, Felix, intently looks at you, back at Channing, and gives you a look of, we can still do this. Jara looks shaken, but steadfast in his belief there is hope.
Okay. Therathari will raise his arm, not bothering to stand up,
Love it.
and cast a guiding bolt on the altar.
Go ahead.
That is a unnatural 22.
That will hit for sure.
Jesus Christ.
6 plus 3 is 9. Plus 5 is 14. 2 is 16 radiant damage to the altar.
Felix, you look down at your ally who was once breathless. You watch his eyes roll forward. They open, almost scanning at an unnatural pace. You look at your ally in a light that you haven't seen before. This ferocity in him, this motivation. As he sits up, extends his arm, shouts, and this beam of radiant light, more bright and powerful than you've recognized, slams into this altar. The radiant energy seeps into the cracks of the wood. The frozen bits begin to melt from pure light energy as the altar itself completely collapses. Channing, along with it, is knocked
Nerd.
prone. Perfect. This altar, which once held ceremonies ceremonies of Hamet, of good, now used for twisted evil, has finally been shunted. There's this relief of energy that radiates out. The portal begins to slowly shrink as the cracks begin to fill in and recede to its focal point. Not quite completely destroyed, but a fourth of the size it once was. You see now but a single eye, green and blinking ever so often, staring at you as the portal begins to shrink. Channing lets out an audible "No!" as he is sucked into the broken and caved in altar. You have movement and a bonus action, Therathari.
Okay. That is all my spells and a good amount of my breath. If I'm doing the math right, I had like 1:45, given the round timer.
Yeah. So you are now sub-minute. You have about 45 seconds.
All right. Okay. Lost a minute there.
Yes. I figured the initial breath in is probably not as much as it was when you first came into the chamber,
All right.
having
fair.
been fallen.
Yeah, going unconscious makes sense. Okay, so movement will just be to retreat.
Yeah, go for it.
Standing up in the process, so probably end around there.
Okay. All right. Right before Felix goes, the altar begins to shift and collapse in on itself. Channing will take damage. You hear shrieks of Channing as he is basically trapped in this gravity well-esque situation where he's just being compressed into a sphere. Here, you hear him shrieking. You also hear and see these lights almost start to radiate out of the altar. And as they continue to leave, you notice they're not lights. They're souls. Maybe of the people who once lived here. Trapped in this dark altar, this ritual, this church that has been twisted and maligned. And these spirits leave, and you hear cries of relief, thank yous whisper past your ears in instants. And the altar continues to compress, and more of these souls, more than you ever thought could exist in a space, are freed. Felix, it is your turn.
Okay. So, seeing that the altar is crumbling, the next logical thing to take care of would be the portal. So I will raise my pistol at the eye in the portal,
Okay.
and somehow Alfredo will administer the help action. I imagine him flying
Helping to stabilize the
and
gun.
stabilizing my
Yeah,
hand as I
absolutely. I love it.
aim. And I will fire at the eye staring at me, or in my
Go
direction
ahead.
at least. It is a 15 to hit,
That will hit.
and not good, but 4 damage. Still something.
All right. You watch the bullet fly at an incredible pace. It shoots into and beyond this portal. And as it does, you watch as almost all of the velocity as it hits this portal dissipate. And on the other side, you see it slightly, just ever so faintly rotating, slowly, as though in some kind of liquid. It seems as though shooting beyond the veil of this portal is ineffective. However, you've done damage to the portal itself, just not to the other side of it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. You have movement, and I think you used your bonus action for Alfredo, so you just have movement here.
Yep. Movement will be retreating back to Therathari and looking at him, making sure he's okay, and also hiding myself from the whatever's might come out of the portal still, theoretically.
Sure.
I don't know.
So I think I can actually draw on this. We'll see. I don't know if you guys said you couldn't see this last time, but I'm just going to
I
draw
can see that now.
the
Yeah, I can see
actual
that.
size of the portal is about that big now. It's going to look
Okay.
weird, but it's
can
much,
see it.
much smaller than it was before. Let me see, just in case. And we will pick up with the statue in 1 second here. Right, saved.
Just
All right.
wail on him while he's down, statue.
Statue,
Yeah, just-
glowing orange, eyes glowing orange, looks up at the ceiling, extends the sword in the air, and brings it down hilt first in the middle of this altar.
Ooh.
Seems pretty cool.
Uh,
I
don't
like the
know.
visual of him just stomping on Channing. Or no, now we know his name.
Thar
Ooh,
is it? Thar. Thar is
Thardax.
Thardax. Yep, Thardax.
Thardax.
Thar is it? Thar is doing something.
Tharsden Light. All right. He will make an attack. Natural 19. Or a
Hell yeah.
total of 28. He will hit.
Jesus.
Okay. Yeah, this is his attack mode. So, 26 damage done to the altar and
Hell
to
yeah.
Thardax, excuse me. You got me now
Alright.
saying it. You hear a shriek as crackling of bone, probably, and altar start to contract further. This statue begins to right itself after attacking, and will go for a second attack. Natural 20. Jesus.
Oh, this
Christ.
guy's fucked.
Hell yeah.
I
Fuck him
swear to
up!
God, natural 20.
Fuck him up.
Hell yeah. Yo,
Wow.
Bahamut, how do you want to do this?
That's 38 damage.
Oh my
Um,
god.
Yeah, this guy was. There are 5 modes to this guy, and you got the one that's good and not attacking you. Anyway,
Oh,
so
Not that it mattered, but he had advantage on the attacks.
I'll roll. I mean, that was a nat
Because
20. I'll
radiant
roll for
energy
the
was
other
there.
one.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. Just in case the first ends up being a natural 20 anyway.
Yeah, no. So just the one natural 20, 38 more damage. The altar is completely destroyed at this point, and Thardax is no longer making noises. You watch as the souls that are leaving this altar now enters a violent, I shouldn't say violent, an extremely rapid pace, as though this is the climax of this life of the altar. You see these souls being freed. This sense of relief fill you all, as though you've done some good here. Truly, these tormented souls trapped for this malicious purpose are now being freed to cross the other side into the deities of good. Okay, statue's done. Jara.
Yeah, I want to. So, I know that Thardax had the scroll that we were trying to get, right?
Correct.
I would like to. Can I do a perception check to see if I can see it in like the rubble? I guess of the altar.
Just make a perception check in general. Yeah.
All right, that is only a 9.
All right. With a 9, you know that it is not amongst the rubble, and instead, when he was initially pushed over, it fell to the ground and is currently compressed from being stomped on, but probably not destroyed. With magical scrolls, there's a magical sort of fortitude that is applied to them for this reason.
Can I mage hand bring it to me?
Yeah, sure. If you'd like to mage hand, let me get your mage hand out.
And my mage hand has a range of 60 feet because I have the improved one.
Sure. Go ahead and move it.
So it's like I can't. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, there
You got to
it
grab
is.
the purple part.
So then it's like over here, right?
Let me. I can get a scroll for you. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second here. Okay. I'm just gonna call it this book. Okay.
Okay.
It's a scroll, but just for
So
placeholder.
that's 30 feet. Okay, so I cast it 30 feet ahead of me, have it pick up the book, and then
Okay.
have it move 30 feet back to me.
Okay. You have the scroll.
That is legal.
All right. Make me an Arcana check. This will be the last free check you get as part of your turn.
Ooh, nat 20. Let's go.
All right. You know that this is written in Infernal.
Which I can read.
Okay, if you can read Infernal, you can. You also know that touching this this spell is so dark and demonic that merely touching it as a non-evil aligned character, translate that into the actual lore of the world. Obviously, alignment doesn't exist, but a non-evil aligned character will be physically tainted if it's in possession of this physically long enough.
Good thing I mage handed it.
Good thing.
Then
There's also a very strange thought that crosses your mind. Why in the world does Emerald need this scroll?
That is a good question.
All right. Will that end your turn?
Yeah, I can only move the mage hand 30 feet. That was an action to cast it.
I guess you have
Yeah.
bonus action and movement yourself.
I do have a bonus action, but I don't really think I can do with.
Iris, you're on deck.
Can I? Actually, I'll leave my mage hand there. See. I'm gonna move back to Therathari, and can I bonus action just hand him a healing potion?
Yeah, totally. Are you handing him standard or greater?
Just a standard one. That's all I have.
Okay, so you can add that to your inventory and remove it from yours. Chara?
Sorry, what was the standard or greater?
Yep,
Sorry.
standard.
Just a standard.
Standard. Okay.
You hand your ally who is in desperate need a vial of health.
And I give you like a look and a nod. I can't say anything because I'm still holding my breath.
Correct.
But I take it out.
Wait, is Mage Hand verbal?
No, I can because I have the upgraded one. I can do it telepathically.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, just
Yeah, I have the
spawns.
telekinetic mage hand. So
Awesome.
I can do it telepathically.
Love it. Okay, Iris, you're up.
Okay. Is the portal still like
It's that dot that I drew.
okay, but it's not totally closed yet?
Not entirely. No.
Okay, let's try to seal this bad boy up. Iris is gonna get closer to it, reach up with both of her thunder gauntlets, and we're going to attempt to shock this thing closed.
Go ahead.
Counterspell.
Yeah, right.
An arm extends from this rubble. No. Go ahead.
All right, so the first thunder gauntlet strike is going to be an 18.
Okay, that hits.
That will be 13 points of thunder damage.
Okay. It gets just smaller. If you do 5 more damage, it is gone.
Okay, that's a 21 to hit,
Yep.
and that's going to be 10 points of thunder damage.
All right. How would you like to describe the destruction, the final destruction of this portal to God knows
Okay.
what?
So, Iris is going to place her hands down at the surface level of the portal and administer the first shock of the Thunder Gauntlet as you watch it slowly begin to contract and pull closer. And almost as though, like, if you ever try to, like, do fine, like, material work with your hands and, like, you're trying to do them with a glove, you're just like, all right, I have to take this off real quick.
Yes.
After the first shock, she's going to set her other gauntlet so that the purple hand, the actual flesh of hers, is setting aside on the portal surface, and she will administer the second shock and close it with her hand as best she can.
Okay. With that, as you cover this portal and the green glowing eye becomes smaller and smaller and eventually gone. Silence fills the chamber. The tendrils that hugged the wall and expanded and swelled with magical energy begin to prune and shrink and shrivel. Oh, Dan got
Uh-oh.
disconnected.
Oh,
Dan.
hold on. Oh boy, Dan's gone.
Yeah, I'll wait. I wonder if
Oh,
this can...
someone grab it. Oh,
Got
no.
it. Got it.
Yes.
Yes.
Dan, are you there? Can you hear?
Yeah, my computer just fucking
Restarted?
Yeah, I'm on my phone right now.
All right, well, I'll continue.
Yeah, I can listen on Discord. We're pretty much done with combat, so.
That's when... No, I'm kidding. All right, let me get this different playlist up. Okay. See that come through. All right. Silence fills the chamber, and this dark energy that was very visceral, almost as though you could touch it, completely vanishes from the space. And almost things get brighter, like as though a film grain has been lifted. And the altar, the shaking, the tendrils that surrounded the chamber all fall lifeless and immobile. And a huge relief can be felt amongst not only your party, but almost the world around you, the space around you, sighs a relief. The altar is no longer bleeding out these souls as they've stopped. You have done a good thing today. And we will pick up in 5 minutes after we take a small break and deal with the aftermath of Oldwood.
Yeah, that was wild.
Jesus Christ, I thought one of us was gonna die.
It was very
Well,
close.
but we really
That
like.
conclusion
Therathari
was
had to roll a
horrible.
20 into. Yeah, that was not.
Yeah, we
That
were
was
one
not supposed to
turn,
go that way.
we were one turn away from me reaching into my pocket and just praying on the conjuration gemstone because I had no idea what to do.
Oof.
That was some of the most epic D&D I've played.
We're cutting it damn close on that one.
Yeah, well,
Clutch turns, man.
It started from Jara's turn, and it just did not turn down until the very end. It was
Yo, that
through and through.
fucking telekinetic shove, the break concentration,
Yeah.
that was nuts.
Yeah,
Very
that
good.
that
everyone.
started it all. Once he was
That's-
loose,
Once he was loose, it was over.
yeah.
I really, you could argue maybe I threw some, or I threw some punches that I kind of pulled back a little, but I don't think so, because Thardax is a very proud man, and I think he would handle Jara in exactly that way every single time.
yeah, I think
And what
so,
does he
too.
do? He starts monologuing.
I actually wrote monologue in the notes too. It was
Yes.
amazing.
How the world
Gotta-
will soon be his.
Gotta drop the lore. All right, well, we'll pick up here in 5 minutes. I'll make sure to stop the recording and not, or pause it, not stop it.
Mm-hmm.
As am I. I think we should get a move on. Jara, you have that scroll? Yes.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Sound better?
Yep,
Hey.
there you go.
Yep.
Uh,
Yeah, I have the scroll. I would not advise anyone to touch it. It is very evil, and it could have some permanent and devastating effects on anyone who does not worship the correct uh, deity of chaos.
Can we put it in a bag somewhere?
I think that's okay. My mage hand can, like, I guess, I don't know if a mage, like, can a mage hand, would I know if a mage hand can grab an item out of a bag of holding?
Yeah, it can.
Okay. Yeah,
What if
my mage hand will be able to grab it and put it in. So I guess we can put it in a bag of holding and just, I can use the mage hand to.
what if the bag of holding is inside of a human, or not a human, but a being that is
Well,
not?
if I remember correctly, you also have
Don't
one,
you have
right,
one?
Felix?
No, not anymore.
Oh,
Well,
well,
I can just, I'll just keep the cantrip going and have the mage hand kind of follow behind. It'll be a little taxing, but I think I can manage to do it with.
We could
what
switch
it is.
off. I have a mage hand as well.
Yeah, all right, but we can take turns. We'll take shifts.
We could also see what happens if Alfredo touches it.
I
Is
would
there
avoid that probably.
and if we're chased by gargoyles on leaving this place, can you keep the mage hand going?
I can. I don't know. I can only move it like 30 feet at a time, but I can keep it going. I don't have to concentrate on it really.
Okay, let's leave this wretched place.
Well, actually, before you leave, the statue
God.
will stand here. Will step forward, eyes still blue, and it will say,
You have done a great service on behalf of Bahamut and freed these lands of malice, dark energy, put here by Thardax, who tormented these souls and the denizens that called Oldwood home. That you have proven yourselves worthy of Bahamut's blessing and shall reap the rewards therein.
and he will pull from his side a golden key and
Oh.
hand it to Therathari. And then
I take
turn
it.
and continue to clean the sanctuary.
I wonder what that's for.
I'm sure we'll find out. Maybe Meryl knows.
Well, before that, I want to look around and see if I notice a chest anywhere.
Okay. If you'd like to make investigation checks, you can.
Well, wherever there's a golden key, there must be a golden door.
Yep.
Nat 20!
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
I got a 17, I believe.
Investigation, you said? 26 total.
Okay, and then Therathari.
Nat 20.
Wow!
Keep on coming.
Okay, so because of that, because two of you got nat 20s, I will automatically give you one of the critical success items on the chart, and not have you roll for it. That is my
Oh,
gift
shit.
to you. So starting with this room, you sweep it. Because of the situation, Channing or Thardak's armor is mostly destroyed. However, there is a breastplate of dragonhide banded mail. From your understanding, two things. Dragons are extinct, or thought to have been, which makes dragon anything worth a fortune. And two, because of the nature of dragon scale, this one in particular, you have natural immunities imbued with this armor, and it grants you magical capabilities, enhancements, potentially. What those are, you'd have to figure out. And it would take considerable time and expertise, considering this is a relic of days long gone. So you have whoever would like to write it. You have dragon
We'll
scale.
put it in a pile and we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out in
Sure.
character.
I'm gonna say it for flavor. Jara picks it up. He's like, "Well, I can't wear this," and he just like tosses it over his shoulder.
Okay, so here's the thing. So when you are like dragons as a whole, the creature extinct or dragon born?
Both. They're both thought to be
Okay.
extinct.
So because I'm not from this time,
Correct.
are dragons you said the dragonborn was sort of a regular occurrence for
Yeah,
Iris, and
yeah.
dragons
totally.
also okay. So Iris isn't totally sure why this is so rare. It's just like, oh, okay.
Well, so I want to say that I like take it and like, oh, I can't use this, and throw it over my shoulder, and you see it, and you're like, no, wait, like.
Iris is kind of like, oh, neat.
And
All right.
yeah.
Mhm.
Jared, just a question about, I guess, any armor that we find. I guess not any armor that we find, because it's all going to be different. But since this is a magical thing, is it like, I don't know if any of us are like dragonborn sized. Like, will it fit us?
So generally, armor in general in D&D, I don't like when it's like fitted to a certain body type. It could be fitted or more advantageous for a class type.
Okay,
But
gotcha.
the rule in my world is if it's not like insanely large, it'll fit any medium, small, medium creature.
Okay.
Just a spectrum, if you will. We'll just
I think, yeah, like what you're saying. I think you could play it like the enchantment and the magic makes it a one size fits all.
Well,
for that, like,
but it's
size.
not just magic. It's any piece of armor, really, as
Mhm.
long as it's not like super big or super small.
Right.
We
yeah.
kind of hand wave that around.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's completely
Yeah.
fine. But good question.
Okay, so we do have Thardax's armor.
You
and
have
then I
just
guess-
his breastplate, yeah.
Okay, the Thardax's breastplate, and then there was
Writing it
other
down.
things, I guess. So
Yes.
we'll see what else we find.
So in this room, you have the scroll. The altar is unfortunately completely destroyed. However, there is a door that exists on this side, over here. The door is here. I'm drawing it, attempting to draw it. Here. I don't know if you can see that. I'm just going to scribble and hopefully something
Yeah, I
shows
got
up.
you.
Yeah,
Yep,
I
it's
see.
there. Yep. Mhm.
All right, that's a door. This is a door. And then the left, you see an ancient tome, old, pages withering, and it's behind a glass case that's somehow untouched. A rough dating of this puts it probably over 800 years old. This book, and it has the platinum dragon on it. It's like the front leather-bound book. The front of it has a beautiful etching of the platinum dragon of Bahamut. So that's what you see in this case, sort of to the left. The little thing to the next to it is a chest. It does not have a lock, and it is openable. Do you choose to open it?
Yeah, I'll open it.
I'll mage
Okay.
hand open it.
Nah,
Sure.
I'll open it. I got HP to burn.
Okay.
True.
It's not trapped. And in there, you will find a small locket. It's made of gold. It's a necklace with a locket at the bottom. The locket is in the shape of a shield. Opening the locket, you see a tiny inscription on one side of the hinge, and on the inside, like main part, not the door part, you see an etching of, again, Bahamut, silver dragon, or platinum dragon, excuse me. Feeling this, there's already an immediate sense of arcane energy radiating off of it. Okay, and then there is also 25 plus 1d100 worth of gold. Whoever would like to roll that can roll that.
I got you. Maybe not. Oh yes, I got you. 8. Just 8. God damn.
25
Damn.
plus 8. So what is that? 33?
33.
33
Fuck,
gold.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Jar goes, I found this locket, but there's nothing else in here.
All right, that's those two things. The door looks like the golden key fits in to this lock.
So 33.
Yep.
Everyone
total.
gets 8 gold.
Someone gets 9.
Well, a 9 will give a tithe to
Ah.
the temple.
Understandable.
We'll give 1 gold tithe to the golem. He's earned it.
There. Okay. All right. In this, you choose to open the chamber. I'm assuming, yeah. Is that
Yes.
correct?
Therathari skull.
I would think so.
Therathari, are you opening the?
I'm gonna say, well, if we
Yeah.
find the book, I go before that. Therathari, this book looks like it might be somewhat religious. I think you might be the best person to hold on to it for the time being.
Yes, I'll hold on to it.
Okay. You have to be very delicate and gentle. This is an old book. Okay. So you open the doorway, and in there,
And it does take the golden key, right?
correct. Yep. The golden key goes to it. In there, you see a long sword encased. So going into this room, it's a very small room. This is, it kind of goes down slightly. There's stairs that lead into it. It's made of even older stone than the stone that makes up this church. Probably predating the church itself in some ways, in terms of things were built around this, perhaps. It's not an altar or offerings or anything. However, there's an armor stand with some armor on it. There's also a few cases for weapons, one in the shape of a long sword that you open. You see ancient runes on the blade of this long sword, and it is tipped on one edge with some kind of shiny gem-like material on one edge of the sword. Okay, that's that. Then you also find a beautiful wooden gold inscribed lute that's kind of sitting in a case. All right. And then
I'm sorry, Jared. Can you repeat that last thing?
it's a wooden lute. I think lute's the right instrument. Let me make sure.
With strings.
Yes. Yep.
Kind of
with
like a guitar looking thing.
Yeah. Gold inlay. Beautifully carved. The wood is kind of pinkish, gently pink. It's a beautiful piece. Definitely well taken care of, and somehow doesn't have any dust on it. From sitting in here for God knows how long. Okay, that's that. What else is in here? All right, and then I would like 2 rolls, both D100s. So choose them amongst yourselves.
Not me.
I'll take one.
It's
Okay.
gotta be me.
All right, go ahead, Tom.
72.
Okay. And what'd you
All
get?
right.
21.
All right, good. Different ranges. Okay. So the 21. All right. You have 2 choices here. There is a rolled up carpet
Cool.
and or a long wooden staff.
Cool.
You may choose one. I will not tell you more than that.
Okay. So as far as magical items go, a staff could be anything. With a carpet, 9 times out of 10, it is a flying carpet. At least
True.
from hand to forehead, out of character. So I guess the real question is, do we want to chance it on what is likely a flying carpet, or do we want to gamble on the many whatevers a staff could be? What would be more useful for us is the real
Man, I think a
question.
flying carpet would be super useful as long as 4 people can ride one.
Yeah, travel time, I think if we could fit 4 people on a flying carpet, that would be fantastic for us.
Hold on though. One thing I will say is, logistically, will the carpet fit inside Iris if we just shove it in you?
I mean, if we roll
if
it
we
up
can-
and it go, if we roll it up when we shove it in vertically, it probably should fit.
If it can fly, who's to say we can't magically collapse it and fold it into a thing? You know what I
I'm
mean?
just saying we have to be able to carry this carpet around. I mean,
Yeah,
if,
yeah.
normally you do that in a bag of holding, but since Iris is our bag of holding at the moment, I just want to make
I
sure.
think I think it would fit. I think it would fit.
All right.
The gamble, who knows? So you're choosing the carpet.
It could not be a flying carpet, in which case
And
it'd be
if
kind
it's a
of.
just a very nice tapestry, I'm just gonna burn it. So that's fine.
Well, if it's just a very nice tapestry, we're selling it.
Yeah.
The staff could be any number of things.
Or it could just be staff.
Well, it could be quarterstaff. We can
Okay.
gamble on the staff or gamble on the carpet. I
I
think-
think the reward is higher on the carpet, so I'm okay with the carpet.
Yeah.
functionally, I think if it is a flying carpet that answers so many of our problems, that I think would be foolish not to try the carpet.
Yeah, I'm down for
I
it.
agree.
We'll go with the carpet.
All right. It is a magic carpet. Congratulations.
Hey.
The limits of which I'm sure you will push and
We'll find. We'll find out.
very quickly experiment on.
We're gonna fuck around and find out.
You now have a flying carpet.
Alright.
The staff, just
Let's go.
for fun, is a staff. It's not a staff of power, so don't go there. It's a staff of striking, which has 10 charges, and it's a melee only staff. And for each charge, you can expend any number of charges. Or excuse me, for each charge you expend, the target takes an extra D8 force damage. On top of having a +3 to attack when wielding. There's some other benefits, but it's a staff of striking.
I think
That
we
is
got the
that is
deal.
very monk. Very
Yes.
monk.
Yes.
Very
I
I think
strength-
we got
I-
the better end of the deal on that.
I
one.
tried to throw you off with it being a staff.
I think we won that exchange, guys. Good.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so you have a magic carpet. All right.
I'll go ahead and add that to the bag of holding.
Yeah.
Sure. All right. with
Carpet of
a-
okay. Weird question. Carpet of flying. There are 4 different entries in here. What are the dimensions of the carpet?
Let me actually. I think I wrote this down. One thing I put in D&D Beyond that I really want is the ability to facilitate giving a magic item.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's stupid that you can't give a magic item. So let me pull up.
You give a mundane item.
No, you can't give anything. You just
Like-
you have to add it yourself.
Like you have to manually transact that.
It's really annoying.
Mhm.
So you guys have a 4x6
4 by
carpet.
6. Got it.
It's got 60
4
feet
by
of fly
6.
speed and
We're gonna have
400
to
pound
stack.
capacity.
400. Okay. So if we all lay on top of each other,
Wait,
Well,
what
since
are the
Iris-
dimensions?
4
by
feet by
6.
6 feet.
Iris will put
Felix is
Felix
small.
on her shoulders.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like I said, I'm sure the limits will be tested, and I'll be regretting this in 3 sessions
Next
when I have to
session.
do mathematical volume calculations.
I'm pretty sure Jar's pretty skinny. He's 195. He's not bad.
Anyway, so there's that. All right, the 72. Okay, you have 3 choices here because you rolled better.
Do we choose one of the 3?
You only get
So-
1.
Okay.
That's
Correct.
fine, as per usual.
Okay. There is a silver-backed hand mirror. That's 1.
Not a gorilla.
No, silver-backed. Gorilla hand.
It's a gorilla mirror.
Yes, it's a gorilla man. He's
It's
just standing in
Harambe the
there.
mirror.
Yes, Harambe. Correct. It's Harambe. There is a set of manacles that seem to be magic in nature, just to make them distinguished, and part of maybe the decision. And 4 ancient coins crafted from mithril.
Interesting.
Run that second one by me again.
It is a magical set of manacles.
The magical manacles.
Oh, interesting.
Magicals. But these 4 coins, one is triangular. Then the rest are just standard round coins, but they all have different inscriptions on them. But they're all made of mithril.
I am not the one deciding here, but I like the manacles or the coins.
I second the manacles. To me, the coins seem like single use. That's just my gut feeling on them. But the manacles, like if we try to like capture someone, like they could be like that could be useful.
Yeah.
What does Therathari know of Mithril?
You all would know this. Mithril is a very, very expensive metal blend. It is made exclusively by dwarves in very, very specific pockets of the world. There are some very small tribes of dwarves, of mountain dwarves, in Taldore that make them. Very few in Caldrone, on like the Cinder Peaks, that range, and very, very few on Tamamar. It's very rare, very expensive, and it's very conductive of magic.
Well, all right, hold on. The coins could be interesting though for you, Felix, if they could be re-enchanted after you use them, right? Because can't you enchant objects?
Um, yeah, yeah, but I don't really know any specific coin enchantments, so don't bank on that.
Well, could you like store an enchantment into a coin?
Perhaps, but I could probably store an enchantment into a multitude of objects. We don't need, we wouldn't need the coins. I could still.
Fair.
There's nothing that these coins are presenting me with that.
Well, if it's mithril and they're like magic conducive, they might be like beneficial to doing that.
It's possible. I think I like the manacles more, to be honest. Are we considering the mirror at all?
Fuck
What do we
the
think
mirror.
of the mirror?
The mirror probably has, if I had to guess, some like magic charm sort of thing to it. If it has anything, like that's, I feel like that's typically what the mirror would be.
Yeah, charm or disguise, maybe
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think I like the manacles.
The manacles are the coins, I guess. The coins could also, if they are single use, they do also have the benefit of being rare metal, so it would have like intrinsic just money value. So like if we use the enchantment, as long as it's not destroyed, we could sell the items afterwards as just mithril.
What do y'all think?
So Therathari, being a channeler of light mostly, is interested in the coins or the mirror.
Well, decision must be made.
What is
You
Paul's?
only get one.
I'm trying to think because Iris functionally, one, is very tired, but two, I think she's most interested in. Honestly, I think she's most interested in the manacles.
So 3 to manacles.
Sounds like that's the.
Well, I
popular
mean, I
vote.
guess if so, I was making Dan decisions. If I'm making Jar decisions,
yeah.
If I'm making Jar decisions, he'd be more interested in the history and the rarity of the coins. If Jar.
Oh, actually, you know what? That's a fair point. Would Iris be knowledgeable about like, or how knowledgeable is she about Mithril? I know you said like everyone kind of knows, but like, is that something that would have been?
Yeah. So I think to keep it fair to the decision, that's all the information I'll share. Very rare,
I think
very
the coins-
magically enchantable.
It sounds like
Very
the
old.
coins are everyone's either first or second option, so let's just do that.
I feel like coins would probably be very interesting regardless.
All right. So you've chosen the 4 coins.
4
I
coins.
want to make
for
sure we're
Papa.
locking that in. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. You have
Well, we
4
can each have a coin.
4 ancient coins of essentially what boils down to a very condensed and filtered version of a deck of many things with
Jesus!
mostly all of the bad and really good ones filtered out.
That's Jesus, bloody Christ!
So it's like a very
someone explain this to someone who doesn't know.
So the deck of many things is an arcane object that instead of having like numerical 52 card playing deck, it's a bit more like a tarot deck where they have symbols and like category. So like the knight, the devil, or something. And then whenever you pull from the deck of many things, you generally pull from the top, and whatever you pull, some magical thing happens. So, for example, one of the things that could happen is that you get to cast the wish spell, or one of the things is that an evil spirit will appear and you have to kill it, or it will kill you and the rest of your party, or some shit. There's a wide variety of really good and really terrible things that can happen.
Or you get sent to a different plane and you're trapped there permanently until either like a god brings you out or like your party goes to the plane. to rescue
correct.
you.
But these are those things, both the really good and really bad, have been removed completely.
Or you pull a card and you get like a rare magic item at random.
Yeah.
Yeah, like one of the things is like increase one of your ability scores by 2, or like every
So-
magic item you wear or carry disintegrates, or like so on and so forth.
So I have effectively pruned out the really good and really bad cards from the deck of many things, and you have 4 pulls from that pruned list.
In
Condensed-
character, do we understand this right now?
No, you wouldn't. But
Oh,
I'm
okay.
explaining your
Okay.
choice.
Word.
You,
Word,
you
word,
know
word.
that these are coins of chance, and that you probably shouldn't use them like
Right
just
now.
haphazardly. I will say, the triangle coin. I said that weird. The triangle coin is the only one that's different, and this one is a Fortune's Favor coin. This is a coin that buys you, effectively, a very large favor with a very powerful faction called Fortune's Favor.
Huh. Curious.
But you can effectively use it as a pull as well. Your choice. So it's a double coin. It's a specialized coin.
Do we know anything about Fortune's Favorite? I mean, I know things about Fortune's Favorite, but do characters know anything?
I
Is
would have
Fortune's
to-
Favor a faction?
I would honestly have to refer to the wiki. I don't think Felix knows anything, but
If it is a faction that is of this era, Iris has no idea what it is.
Yeah, Iris, you wouldn't know.
Okay, word.
it's the mercantile ruling class of the cities of Karth.
Correct. It
So
is-
Felix would know. Yes. Oh, that's okay. That's actually massive.
That's kind of nuts. Yeah.
Yeah.
That actually
I-
like completely
I-
solves Felix's.
So
I
if you
What?
I helped make Fortune's Favor, so I know a lot about Fortune's Favor.
if you yeah, Felix, upon closer inspection, you realize this triangle token is like I said, it's Fortune's Favor, and it's literally it's really hard to, without a good example, to it's like in Game of Thrones when Arya handed the coin to that assassin guy or whatever, like it buys you incredible favor.
Where's the wiki again? Do we have it pinned anywhere? in the-
Wiki of holding.com. No spaces. I'll copy it. That's a good point.
Got it.
Okay.
Thank you
There we
much.
So yeah, it's a very powerful token that can help out a lot, to say the least. Okay, just for kicks, the mirror is enchanted with dunamantic magic and allowed you to see potentially a thread of reality that could be true, i.e., for one use a day, you can see your target's next round of attack before.
Oh,
it
that would have been
happens.
some Tenley shit. That would have been some absolute Tenley bullshit.
That was the mirror. It basically shows you different realities that could come true. And then the manacles, which I'm going to call magicals because it's funny. The manacles basically are voice activated, command activated manacles that by your command essentially act on their own and bind a creature. And that creature has an incredibly difficult time breaking free.
Those sound good, but I think we made the right choice.
I think we
Yeah.
came out ahead both times,
I'm-
boys. Good work.
I'm sure as soon as Felix sees this Fortune's favorite coin, it's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
I should also
Felix
give
is
you,
all over that.
if you do want to sell the coins, the monetary value of each of these coins is 900 gold. The Fortune's favor one is priceless, quite literally. All right.
All right, so is that everything we found?
You also found another 25 plus 1 D100 gold.
All right.
Someone else rolled. I'm not getting an 8 again.
So I think
Oh,
Tony,
well,
Tom, and I
roll.
have rolled. So yeah.
What am I rolling, Jared?
D100.
Another one?
Adding,
All right.
adding
Yeah, Dan,
25
give us a D100, and then everyone overrolled once.
81.
There we go.
plus 25.
So 106.
Yep.
106.
So we each get 26, and we give 2 to the statue.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Sounds
Tip
good to
your
me.
waiters.
Yeah. Hey,
Okay.
he's part of the team as far as I'm concerned.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you rolled on the D12 table. There were 5 modes, basically. And you rolled one of the best modes it had, which was essentially protect, like, the sanctuary. And then it changed again into, like, its attack mode, but, like, against evil.
Nice.
Offense, protect the sanctuary.
Yeah. So,
Bob, do something.
yeah, you guys... that was an epic fight and epic loot in turn. And you also were promised stuff from Meryl. If you choose to give her the scroll, again, narratively, I want to stress how peculiar it is that you were walked into this situation with Meryl not saying anything, finding out Thardax is an old student, and Meryl requested this scroll by name. So, I think in the remaining parts of the session, you have a trot back that I think
A fly
deserves...
back, I guess.
Yeah, so the way I'm ruling the magic carpet
We have
is one
horses
of...
to tend to, don't we?
Yeah.
True. One of you needs to
Oh, no, we
attune
don't.
to it. That's my rule for my magic carpet.
Okay, so it's an attunement item.
One of you needs to attune, and that is effectively, it is yours. You command it. Okay? So
Okay.
it's not like Joe Schmo can hop on this carpet and ride it. It needs some
That makes
care
sense.
and attention.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So we have
well,
many things. What
Yeah.
should we do with them all?
well, Iris, considering that the carpet is going to be coming out of your chest cavity, do you want to take responsibility for that?
Sure, unless something else requires my attunement. I am pretty full up at the moment.
I could make one slot open, but I mean, in terms of just like convenience, I think it makes the most sense. So that way I don't have to like reach into you every time we want to use it or something.
Of course, if nothing else requires my magical attunement, I think that would be fair.
All right, who wants to? I guess Felix, you want to hold on to the coins then, considering that one Fortune's favor coin seems like it could be useful for you.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so just for my knowledge, this is going to be quite a little bit to write. I apologize. Nature of these coins. So you have the triangular one. There's one with a chariot. All right. There's one with a king ruling over barren land. So like a king, just king barren land, whatever you want to write there. I'll know the difference. And then the last coin that isn't the triangle one is of gold on a scale in perfect harmony, balanced. Those are your coins.
You have the loot. Who here can use a longsword? I guess Iris, is that also you?
Longsword is actually not in her wheelhouse. It's firearms at
I
DM's discretion and simple weapons.
don't know if any of us can use a longsword. That might be something we sell.
Yeah, Therathari can use a longsword.
Only simple weapons.
All right, yeah. I
Wow,
guess-
none of us are very martially focused, huh?
No.
Are you
Alright,
taking it or leaving it then?
Well, I mean,
Well,
we should take it, I
You
think.
might as well take it.
Yeah.
Sure. All right, so it is a
It was a long sword of money.
Whatever we're not using, we can put into the bag of holding.
Yeah, the long sword will go into the bag of holding.
hold on. Let me just Google. Not Google. Search. Okay, it is The sword is made of platinum, and the blade is tipped with jade.
Is there a name to this, or is this a custom item?
Oh, it's a custom item. Yeah, it's a platinum
Okay.
sword with a jade tip. There is an actual name, but you don't know it.
Okay, I will add it just as a custom item.
Yeah.
And then Therathari, you have the book.
Mm-hmm.
We have the locket and the loot.
The locket, the loot, and the breastplate.
Oh yeah,
The dragon mail breastplate. Correct.
Well, I can't wear the breastplate, so I'll pass on that.
I'll take a look at. Can I see that?
Yeah.
What do you want to
I
look
think-
at? What do you want to
So,
look at?
I feel like this might, arguably, unless God tells me otherwise, this is probably the closest Iris has gotten to like dragon anything.
I mean, Dragonborn, no, but actual dragon,
Yeah.
yes, correct. That would be correct.
So it's definitely piqued Iris's curiosity. If I can hold on to this for a while.
Sure thing.
I-
are you all attuned up?
If depends on the carpet, I can figure something out. At worst,
Yeah.
I would just lose the ability to send my eye different places.
and then Iris, I'll use the mage hand and put the book, the evil scroll, inside. Oh wait, we don't want to put that inside. Never mind. I'm gonna keep holding
Oh,
that. With the
I
mage
had an
hand.
idea about that. Alexa, and Alexa will pop out.
Yes.
Do you think that you are capable of holding this evil scroll that does damage to, or that harms somehow, non-evil people or beings? Are you a being? Can you be harmed?
I am not a being. Calculating. I believe I can hold this item.
All right. Well, I think yeah, Alexa can hold the scroll for us.
The mage hand will drift over to Alexa and drop it in her hands. Its hands? I don't know.
It's hands.
It's hands, yeah.
It's hands.
Okay. Buying flat screen TV on Amazon.com.
All right, so yeah, we have the locket and the loot.
Therathari will take the loot if no one opposes.
No
That's
opposition
fine
from
with
me.
Okay. You have Therathar. You can write this. I'll send you the item for next time. It is the loot of the satyr. Or satyr, I think they're called, right? Is that how you say that?
I think I think it's Satyr.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just looked up the enunciation. Yeah, loot of the satyr.
SATYR.
Yep.
It is beautiful. Truly, it is beautiful. And it's one of those instruments that, like, you gently strum it and it, like, almost plays itself. It's beautiful.
All right.
And Jara, you haven't gotten anything. You want this locket?
Yeah, I guess. I'll hold on to the locket for now.
All right. Look at her. Do you see? She's trying to get me.
All right. I think it's all settled. By my count.
Uh,
All right, what should I write in my inventory for this breastplate?
It is a dragon scale gold plated breastplate.
Oh
You can
boy!
say,
All right,
yeah, you can say like Thardax dragon scale breastplate, whatever you want. But
Yeah, and do the mithril coins
um,
have a name besides mithril coins?
they're called the coins themselves. I just lumped them all together. They're called
like coins of. fate.
they're just called fortune's favors.
And the locket.
Locket, you can just put Locket of Bahamut.
But to be clear, they are not all Fortune's favor coins.
There's only one, correct.
And that can still be used as a fortune's favor coin
Correct.
after we draw from it.
Oh, well, you don't know if the coins are disintegrated.
We don't know what
or
happens to the coin once we use it.
You have no
okay,
idea.
so I guess that won't be the first one we draw from.
Definitely not the first one we draw.
Correct. Probably shouldn't. But your knowledge of Fortune's favor, those triangles are called Fortune's favors. The knowledge you have, they're like mythical almost in Karth. Like getting one is extremely rare, and people have built fortunes off of it. But you know that it is a one-time use coin. It is collected upon use and destroyed. I guess it might be worth, when you go to sit down to look at it and inspect it, maybe I'll drop more lore, but you would know, Felix, a lot of the backstory behind these coins, and you can share them when that time comes with the group.
Okay.
So we have about 15 minutes left of session. What would you guys like to do?
All right. I guess now that we've thoroughly searched everything, I guess now we should probably try to head out. I'm wondering if we could. I don't know if those gargoyles are still going to be active, or
There is silence as the door opens.
what about those monsters? I think we should still try to be stealthy on the way out. I don't know. Do you guys want to take maybe like a short rest here and then get moving?
I think it's safe in here at the very least.
Well,
Yeah.
we got the statue, right? So I think we should be safe enough for a short rest at least.
Sure.
That works for me. I think that's wise.
Agreed.
Yeah, you can all mark off a short rest, roll your hit die, and do whatever you need to do.
Oh yeah, I'm rolling all of those fuckers.
Sure. Should be easy through D&D Beyond, hopefully, but
Ooh,
Yep.
Short rest. Do I get? Oh.
I had it back at full.
nice.
All right.
I only took 6 damage, so I don't even need the short rest, really.
God damn. Okay, Jared, so in D&D Beyond, the Carpet of Flying doesn't have an attunement slot. How do I...
Oh, okay. I'll have to I can just clone it and then add attunement.
Yeah, we
I'll
might
do
just have
that.
to customize it, yeah. Okay.
How do I
I'll
roll the
put-
hit dice in D&D Beyond?
You click the whatever D whatever button
Yeah,
below.
so if you click on short rest, it'll come up as a window, and you'll have like a bunch of so your class is cleric, and it'll say hit dice, whatever, and you've got a couple of
Yeah.
empty boxes. Click one of the empty boxes, and it'll give you like a dice prompt. Then click
Yeah.
the dice prompt, and it should auto roll for you, and then it will auto heal
Oh,
you.
it did not do that. Let me hit reset. Or I don't actually know why it's not.
Do you?
Okay.
So
I did the thing. I clicked all the
mhm,
the
yes.
boxes for the hit dice. Then I clicked take short rest, and now I can't get the hit dice prompt to come back up.
Okay. Click reset. Then I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Under the section that says recover, there's an option that says automatically apply healing with dice result. Do you have that checked?
I had that.
Okay, so
it
under
did
your
nothing.
class, are those squares filled in or are they empty?
Yes, they're filled in.
Okay, then if you click reset, nothing happens.
They stay filled in.
Okay, that's weird. Okay, just click them again, and they should empty.
Yeah, they empty.
Okay.
But then I don't get a prompt to like roll, which is obnoxious.
Do you get like block ups popped or anything?
I'll try disabling. I mean, I had those prompts, but
How
then I
much health?
clicked
How
take
much health
short
do you have
rest.
right now?
Are you logged in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
I think last time.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. How much hit points does it say you have right now?
8 out of 43.
Okay, weird.
Like I say, I had that prompt show up. I just didn't know how to get it to roll, so I clicked take short rest, and then now I can't get the thing to show back up.
Okay.
yeah.
I am just sort of fucking around with it. I clicked all of the 5 short rests on my side. I grayed out all the boxes, and then I clicked them all back on, and then I got the dice prompt to show back up again. Maybe try that.
It might be worth a refresh too.
All right, let's do that.
Yeah, refreshes might also do it.
Paul, you should be able to
Short
add
rest.
Carpet of Flying.
Okay, there we go. The refresh did it.
There we go.
Attuned in your inventory,
Got it.
Paul.
Boom, 37. That was 2 points overhealed. Perfect.
There you go.
Okay. So we do have that. Awesome. Let me double check. There is
How
at
long
least-
does it take to? Is it a long rest, Jared? Or
For
is it
what,
a short-
attunement?
I think a short
Yeah.
rest for
Yeah,
attunement.
attunement is short rest.
Does this
Alright.
breastplate also require attunement?
It does, correct.
Since
Okay.
I don't require any healing, I would like to, I guess, look at the locket I found and try to figure out what it does, I guess.
And what were you gonna say, Paul?
Yeah, can I spend some time to figure out what the breastplate does too?
You're attuning to the carpet. So if you don't want to attune to the carpet.
Oh, is it only one per? Okay. Okay. I will focus on the breastplate another time then.
Sure. So the locket is I want to get the exact wording here. All right, it's an amulet of Bahamut, essentially. Okay. And essentially, this item can actually be upgraded. It is a tiered item. You have found it on the base tier, and only through acts of extreme justice and piety can this be further enhanced.
So you're
to-
saying we found a Bahamut-themed vestige of divergence?
Kind of. It's not quite a
It's
vestige
not on
of
the
them.
level of, but
Yeah.
it functions similar to. Got
Correct.
it.
It's 4
Jesus.
tiers. One of
That's
4 you're currently on.
It's very fun.
Is it good or devout? Like, do I need to pray to Bahamut, or can I just be doing good things?
It doesn't have to be necessarily to Bahamut. It's you have to embody Bahamut's beliefs, though. In terms of like, not pray to him, but like be a beacon of what he stands for, kind of. If that makes sense. So you don't have to like align yourself to Bahamut necessarily, in the sense of like, this is now my deity. But anyway, so in tier 1. Essentially, you make a plea to Bahamut, this god of justice, asking him to aid one of your allies, and using your reaction, a creature within range that has failed a saving throw can re-roll it, but must take the new die. This tier is called Compassion. I won't send you the PDF because it has the other tiers, and I want them to be a surprise. But it's the Amulet of Bahamut, and you are on tier 1, which is it's Bahamut's Blessing or Compassion.
So user reaction, ally with a failed save. Is there like person I can see within X feet? Kind of thing?
Within range. So what's the? I believe we'll call that 60 feet.
Okay, so 60 feet's the range. Is it like I have to have visual?
Yes, you have to see them.
Okay.
And roll me an Arcana check so you can maybe suss out the next tier.
And then is it require attunement?
Yeah.
I'm killing it. That is Arcana 23.
All right, the next tier is called Truth. It's Bahamut's Insight. So, the teachings of Bahamut basically dictate that you can know truth, and when it's being twisted. So, if you touch a creature, essentially, you're in the next tier. You create a magical zone that guards against deception rolls.
Zone truth. Got it.
Basically.
Do you allow like one? Is it only one item per slot?
Yes,
Like if I have a necklace already, I can only have one necklace.
correct.
Okay. Then I'm gonna relay what it does to the team and ask if anyone can use it because I have the necklace of strong-minded, which gives me advantage on charmed or frightened conditions, and with a -1 wisdom saving throw, I'd rather have advantage on those two rolls.
This one is like a reaction. You can help someone succeed a saving throw.
Failed
Yeah.
saving within range. That's the first tier.
Yeah, I just already have a necklace that I think is better given my -1 wisdom.
Felix
Hmm.
can use that if nobody else can.
Yeah, Iris is pretty full up on attunement slots right now.
Okay. So you have the Amulet of Bahamut.
All right. Then I will relay that what it does to Felix, and I will hand it off.
All right, is that an item that's in D&D Beyond?
I don't know actually. I think I haven't released it yet. Let me see. I have to actually change it
it
so
is
it doesn't
not in there.
show. All right, so I'll make a note because I have it in there with all 5 tiers, and I've just now realized that that's stupid. So I'll make
You're
sure.
gonna edit it and then
You have to make
Yeah.
adjustments.
let me know.
Yep.
Sound
I'll ping you when it's good.
all right, cool.
All right. Any other asks on your short rest here?
Felix would like to maybe not attune to, but try to figure out how to use these coins specifically, I guess.
Okay. Which one are you focusing on?
Probably if since it's not going to be the first one that we use, the Fortune's Favor one, I guess I'll focus on let's focus on the simple one, the one with the gold.
The scales?
The scales, yeah.
Sure. This coin specifically, as you zone in on it, make an Arcana check.
Okay. 20 unnatural.
This part of the deck of many things, the filtered version that this coin represents, are all of those that correspond to wealth, whether that be giving you great wealth, removing wealth from you, or giving you valuable item, removing a valuable item. Basically the deck of many things, but flavored only towards the wealth side of things. That could be physical wealth as in coins or like assets. Could also be wealth of relationships. You never know.
Okay. Good to know. Thank you.
All right. Anything else?
I'm all
Therathari, I
set.
don't know if you want to look at anything.
Therathari will not open his tome yet. It's going to
You
need
got
to
the-
be done in a more
You got the
secure
loot
place.
as well, if you want to look at that.
He'll strum it a few times and see what happens.
You just play sweet notes. There's definitely more to this loot, but the wood that kind of this loot is made from has a natural reverberation that's very pleasant, and you may not be the best loot player, but on this, you're pretty damn good.
All right.
Nice sweet tune while you guys heal up. Okay, so we'll end here. I will say where I want to end is you guys returning to your horses. So the rest of the village, actually,
didn't.
of Oldwood.
We didn't take horses.
Yeah, no, we
Correct.
we
You
do
did
like
not.
bust out here.
Correct. Thank you.
Fortunately.
So then I will say, for the sake of brevity, you are on the outs. Unless do you want to stay in town for the night? What do you want to do? The point being, before you answer that, the gargoyles remain unanimated or inanimate objects. They are no longer animated, and the statues have crumpled to powder. It seems the curse that you have lifted has affected the town. There are no more crows with glowing eyes, no glowing portals. The shroud of clouds that covered Oldwood seems to have passed. You have saved this town. Truly. So we'll end there, and next time we'll figure out what's next for you.
Yeah.
All right.
Jara does not want to spend the night in Oldwood.
Nope, that's not happening.
I don't trust this shit for a hot minute. In fact, I want to lock it again as we leave.
Okay. So, in the later part of the evening, you close the doors behind you, having spent a few hours in what has felt like a hell on the material plane. Leaving, knowing that you've done good, you were rewarded for it, for sure. And questions forming in your minds as to the motives of the players involved here, and how something like this could have come to be so close to Answood. Really. So, great session, great fight. We'll pick up next week, I think.
Yep.
If that's all right with everyone. Great work.
Works for me.
Yeah.
Really
Sounds
great
good
job.
for me. Cool.
Um,
We all survived. Holy shit.
barely
Yes.
survived that.
Yeah.
Jara had 26 HP left. I was kicking it.
I was at 1. I was sitting at
I
1.
was just out of utility, but I was doing good. I was getting. What would have happened if I breathed, Jared? Because I was gonna do it.
Oh,
'Cause I
okay.
was
So
like,
yeah,
I had enough HP. If we didn't end it in the round we did, Jara was gonna breathe in.
yeah. So the breathing in, you would take immediately 1d12 poison, not poison damage. It's kind of like curse damage. I don't know, necrotic damage, I think.
Necrotic.
Yeah, just-
And then every subsequent turn you spend breathing adds a d12 until 4
Oh,
d12.
Jesus Christ.
And then at the second d12, you become essentially first level of cursed,
oof.
and then that will
I'm
build.
glad I did not have to breathe in.
And, it was a serious.
That would have turned really quickly for me.
Yes. Yeah. So the whole point of that was, I think, the nature of that fight was basically just Thardax, and having you guys willy-nilly cast spells, I think adding that element really made you pick and choose. So it was a mechanic I played with that you can let me know if you liked it or not. But
I'm like, hey, if he's counterspelling cantrips and not the big stuff from the real casters, I'll take that as a
Hey,
dub.
Yeah.
I am just happy that Ice Knife is fucking not
AoE?
verbal. It's
Oh, yeah.
it's somatic material. That saved me because I think I
Yeah, that's
casted
nuts.
it. I casted it like 3 times that fight. I
Yeah.
would have been dead if I didn't have any non-verbal spells.
So, but yeah, anyway, do you have any feedback on that fight or this arc? I know it was dark and it's not yet Halloween, but whatever. Feel free to let me know. But really great job, guys. Great fight.
Yeah, that was
good
It
work.
was very nice. I really expected everyone to die, which
Me too.
does not happen.
I expected
I
it
had
was 1 or
faith.
2 people to die.
I had faith.
So that's like, I haven't felt that yet. So if you intended for it to be like that, then
Absolutely.
well done.
Wait, Jared, wait, real quick.
Mhm.
Level 6?
No, not yet.
Oh,
Close. You're close. Not
Alright,
yet.
we're getting there. We're getting there.
Very close.
Therathari needs to practice on his loot for level 6. Spoiler
Very,
alert.
very close.
Oh, hey.
These are the best
Alright.
parts, levels of D&D, so I have to enjoy them. All right. Thanks, guys. Until next week.
All right.
Yeah,
All right.
bye,
Catch
everyone.
you later, y'all.